Calaroga Shark Media.
From New York, where it's going to be amazing when Joe Biden wakes up and finds himself in the middle of the speech to the United Nations, this is Ballot.
That's right. And Trump wants to pay off the national debt with Dogecoin. What could go wrong? Let's hit this. It looks like Donald Trump is trying to make late night great again by summoning the ghost of Johnny Carson. I guess when you're facing 91 felony charges, you start to get a little nostalgic for simpler times. Trump's out here complaining that Jimmy Kimmel and Colbert's jokes aren't funny, they're hatred. This coming from the guy who turned political rallies into roast battles. Pot, meet kettle. Kettle, meet orange. But here's the kicker. Trump's asking, where's Johnny Carson? Donald, hate to break it to you, but Johnny's been in the great green room in the sky for almost 2 decades. I know you're not big on fact-checking, but this one's a doozy. And let's not forget, even if we could bring Johnny back, he thought Trump was about as appealing as a hairpiece in a hurricane. Carson had a better chance of booking Bigfoot than giving Trump a friendly interview. But what if we did bring back Johnny Carson? What would he even joke about? It's not like Trump is a ridiculous character who says stupid things every day.
Don't worry about Jennifer Flowers. She got a new job. She got fired, you know. She was a receptionist at an unemployment agency. She got canned, but she got a new job today as a Donald Trump backup mistress.
Well, folks, it looks like Donald Trump has a brilliant plan to solve our national debt crisis. He says crypto has a great future and suggests we might use it to pay off the $35 trillion we owe. Because nothing says financial stability like magic internet money. Am I right? I guess when you've declared bankruptcy as many times as Trump, Dogecoin starts to look like a solid economic policy. Maybe he's hoping to trade some rare Pepes for a get-out-of-indictment-free card. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if his 2024 campaign slogan is Make America HODL Again. Buckle up for another wild ride on the Trump train, now with extra contradictions. Our favorite former president just gave a masterclass in mixed messaging at his Pennsylvania rally. Trump kicked things off by urging his supporters to vote early, saying, "Go out, make a plan to vote early, vote absentee, or vote in person on Election Day." Sounds reasonable, right? Well, hold on to your MAGA hats, because here comes the twist. In the very same breath, Trump decided to body slam the concept of early voting. Now we have this stupid stuff where you can vote 45 days early, he complained. I wonder what the hell happens during those 45 days. I don't know, Donald. Maybe people are busy reading the Constitution or something crazy like that. But wait, there's more. Trump couldn't resist dipping his toe into the murky waters of election fraud claims. What happened the last time was disgraceful, including right here, he said, alluding to his baseless claims about the 2020 election. Because nothing says stable genius like still crying over spilled votes 3 years later. Am I right? And in a moment of startling clarity, Trump admitted, if we win Pennsylvania, we win the whole thing. It's very simple. Wow, who knew? It's almost like Pennsylvania is some kind of, what's the word, battleground state? In a dazzling display of economic prowess, the former president graced a Pennsylvania supermarket with his presence, armed with a crisp Benjamin and a promise to make groceries great again. That's right, Trump handed a cool $100 to a mom of 3 at the checkout, instantly solving inflation faster than you can say Trump coin. Picture this. Trump, surrounded by more cameras than a Kardashian selfie session, slips a bill to the unsuspecting shopper. Here, it's gonna go down a little, he says, clearly confusing grocery prices with his poll numbers. It just went down $100. Wow, who knew solving America's economic woes was as easy as handing out Benjamins at Sprinkle's neighborhood market? But wait, there's more. Trump, ever the master of deals, sweetens the pot. We'll do that for you from the White House, all right? Because nothing says presidential, like promising to personally Venmo every American their grocery money. As Trump left with a bag of popcorn bigger than his hands, one thing became clear. In the Trump economy, every day is extreme couponing day at the White House. Just remember, folks, when life gives you lemons, Trump will buy them for you, as long as the cameras are rolling. Grab some of that popcorn, because we've got a real-life soap opera playing out in the world of pop and politics. Let's dive into As the Jackson Turns. Our story begins with Janet Jackson, apparently auditioning for a role in Who Wants to Be a Conspiracy Theorist? In an interview with The Guardian, Janet decided to challenge Vice President Kamala Harris's racial identity faster than you can say Rhythm Nation. When told the U.S. could have its first black female president, Janet hit back with, "Well, you know what they supposedly said? She's not black." But wait, there's more. Janet then dropped this gem. Her father's white. That's what I was told. I guess fact-checking isn't part of Janet's Control album. Then, in a plot twist worthy of a daytime Emmy, a man claiming to be Janet's manager, Mo El-Masri, swooped in with an apology faster than you can say wardrobe malfunction. He said Janet's statements were based on misinformation. You don't say. But hold on to your seats, because Janet's actual team then came out swinging, saying Mo isn't her manager and isn't authorized to speak for her. It's like a game of who's the boss, but with more confusion and less Tony Danza. Meanwhile, Donald Trump sitting in the corner, probably thinking, amateur hour. I've been questioning people's racial identities for years. Joe Biden, remember him? Don't worry, he doesn't either. Joe Biden, the master of spontaneity, gets trapped into giving a speech. I mean, who hasn't accidentally stumbled onto a stage and accepted a Global Citizen Award? It happens to the best of us, right? But wait, it gets better. Biden, in a moment of pure unscripted magic, professes his love for Hillary Clinton. And there's Bill Clinton, standing right there with his arm around Hillary, probably thinking, been there, done that, got the impeachment. But the real hero of this story? Jill Biden, clapping lightly like she's at a golf tournament. Now that's what I call standing by your man, even when he's publicly crushing on another woman. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more cringeworthy, Biden praises Bill's decency. Because nothing says decency like, well, you know what? Let's not go there. This is a family show after all. Biden is set to take the stage today for his grand finale at the UN. It's his fourth and final address as president, or as his staff calls it, please God, let this be the last one. The White House says Biden will be making the case for his vision of a world where countries come together to solve big problems. Because nothing says solving big problems like a room full of diplomats falling asleep to PowerPoint presentations. Apparently, this vision has produced real achievements for the American people and the world. I'm assuming they mean things like record-high gas prices and turning international summits into impromptu nap time. But let's be real, folks. Biden's real achievement is managing to stay awake through 3 of these speeches already. That's more endurance than most of us show binging Netflix on a Sunday. This is Mac Davies, reminding you that in the world of international diplomacy, the most important skill is looking interested while daydreaming about lunch. Portions of today's program were made with the help of AI.